Hi, I have been speaking with some middle schoolers and I know they are starting to solve algebraic equations. I am not a teacher but engineer by profession. I love math and thought, why don't I share my way of solving these kind of problems, right? We'll start very simple and build complex scenarios as we go. In this video, I am just going to show the key 6 steps which are needed to be understood even before starting to solve these kind of problems or equations. In my next video, we will actually solve a problem using these steps. All right. So let's get to it. Again, math is your friend. Please consider that way, and it is going to be fun. So now, what are the 6 steps involved? Let's say there is an equation like w plus 2p minus 1 equals p, and the problem is to find the value of variable p. So generally, I've seen many problems like this with two variables and just one in one equation. So obviously, you cannot find the exact concrete value of p, like p equal 10, 2, or some number, because there are two variables and one equation. So P is always going to be a function of W, right? So we will see more on that. But for a problems like this, what are the steps? Step one, first remember or ask yourself, what are they asking, right? They're asking P equals what? So the objective is to find a solution. Your solution is to fill that box, P equals something, right? You're going to find what is that something. Now the second step is about, does the equation have multiplication or division or even exponents? I didn't want to include exponents here because that can be confusing. So even to start with, if there are things like that, it's better to rewrite the equation with parentheses, because I have seen issues many times where students make mistakes in the calculations by not putting parentheses, especially if there are multiplication and division. If it is just addition and subtraction, I think it may be simpler to solve, but just remember that. Step three, just find out if there are any fractions involved in this equation. Like in this case, there are no fraction, but if you find like 1/3, 3/7, 1 divided by p, stuff like that, it can be a little complex to solve the equation as is, and it is better to rewrite the equation and remove the fractions. All right. Step four. Now the question, whatever may be the question, right? In this case, find the value of p. So it means what I would do is just try to bring all the expressions. Here in this case, you have 2p and p, everything together in one side. So I would bring 2p and p in one side and leave w and minus 1 in the other side. Step 5, if you do from step 1 to step 4, you are really ready to solve these kind of problems. So I would always encourage to really take a pause, make sure step one, two, three, four are understood and it is done. Then you are actually ready to solve the problem. And step 6 is also very important. I have also seen students, you know, finding a solution but then really not proving it, so you can't be really sure is it really correct or not. So I would always encourage you to get the solution, prove it, and we will definitely find all these steps how it in your working session. So look for my next video. All right, thank you very much.